Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. It's Trace, and this is my cat Whiskey. She's trying to tunnel to the center of the earth. Oh, just a little bit of food left down on the bottom of the bag. Today's video we're going to be talking about three things, well, four things. Okay, three things and maybe just a few other things. I get a little sidetracked sometimes. Yay, Whiskey! The first thing we're going to talk about is from Makeup Geek, when you make your own palette and you choose 9 shadows. Then we're going to be looking at the Smith 157 brush. And then from the new MAC bronzer line, we're going to be looking at one of the foiled shadows and the new bronzer brush. And this was supposed to be only an unboxing, but things got a little weird, so I just had to try the products. You'll see what I mean. Ready for some unboxing. First, we're going to have one box from Makeup Geek, and then another one from Beautylish, and 2 from MAC. I'm so happy to finally be opening my box from Makeup Geek, but I gotta warn you guys, it took almost 3 months for me to get this order. I know times are tough right now, but if you can't fill the orders, maybe stop taking them. From Beautylish, ooh, a free sample. And the Smith 157, I need to stop watching Alana Davison. From MAC, the 143 SCS Brush Limited Edition, a sample of the Studio Fix powder, and the MAC foiled shadow from the bronzer line. I dropped it like 3 times. It didn't break though. And this is a really nice bonus. I wasn't expecting this. It's nice and waterproof on the outside, and the other side it's nice breathable cotton. Nice. Okay, so now I gotta open all the little eyeshadows and put them in the Z palette. That's a lot of packaging. The Z palette is kind of free, but it would be nice if it was the right size for these shadows. I'm sure a lot of you have a lot of Makeup Geek in the back of your drawer and it's old news for you, but until recently we couldn't get anything Makeup Geek in Canada. And I heard so much about it on YouTube, and I especially heard of the shade Shimma Shimma. I love that they write it on the back because I'm not going to remember. And I just saw everyone on YouTube with it, Kathleen Lights, everybody was talking about it, and finally, this is it? This is what everybody's talking about? Tell me in the comments below if you guys have this shade, Shimma Shimma. And here is the shade Grandstand. Oh, this one packs a little bit more of a punch. And this one is called Starry Eyed. So these are the 3 that were on the bottom. They're so fragile. I already stuck my nail in 2 of them. They're so powdery, and anyway, I can't wait to try them. I've been wanting to try them for so long. And now the Smith 157. Alana Davison was showing this on her channel, and for weeks before she was using it in the video, but she didn't tell us what it was. And I was asking in the comments, and I was hoping the other people would answer me, but we didn't know what it was. And then one day she said what it was, and I knew. I got online and I looked around. I wanted to buy it, and it was sold out everywhere. But then finally I found one on Beautylish and I grabbed it right away. So it's a nice small angled brush that she really likes to use for cream bronzer, and I want to do that too because I like to use a dark cream bronzer first and then go in with a bigger brush with a lighter bronzer. Whatever Alana Davison talks about sells out immediately. Imagine having that kind of power. I can't even unwrap a brush. And now another brush for bronzer, but this time for powder. This is from the new MAC Spring line. It's the 143 SCS and it's limited edition. I wanted to get it for the same reason, because it's narrow. I like to use 2 bronzers, one lighter that I sort of put all over, and then I like to take a darker one and go a little bit more precisely. I know this brush is going to sell out, so I didn't want to wait for it to go on sale. When they have limited edition, I like to wait and then go on the website and click on Good Buys, and they have a lot of sales that you can get. It's really soft. And even though it's a darker haired brush, it's still a synthetic brush. Okay, this is where the crazy lady comes out. These are the MAC foiled eyeshadows. They're not new, they're just a re-release in limited edition packaging. Have you guys ever tried these before? They're described as foiled and metallic. I don't think they are. I think they're super pretty, they're super shimmery, but they're subtle at the same time, and it's a look that I would want to wear on the beach. Like, it makes you look bronzy and kind of sweaty, but not in a gross way. It's definitely something that I would want to wear. Well, I'd want to wear it all the time, and I will. It just looks like you've been at the beach. I don't know how to explain it. It's like, you know, beachy. So right now they released 5 shades and I want them all, but I have to stop buying makeup. So I said I'm going to get one. I'm going to see how it is. Even though this video is supposed to be just an unboxing, I was too curious and I waited the next day to do a voiceover, and I used this one today and I just love it. It looks really pretty. There's not a lot of fallout. I'm going to smudge out the bottom half here. Usually I'm too lazy to spray my brush or anything, but this I do because I feel it's really worth the payoff. It feels like you're using a potted shadow once it dries down and you don't have a lot of fallout. It really lasted pretty well throughout the day, even though it was super hot and super humid here today. So I'm going to spray my brush. So the left is dry and the right is wet. And it's really weird because when you're inside, it looks a little more pigmented, but when you go out in the sun, it just shines. And it's, I don't know, I guess it's meant to be worn out in the sun. I don't know. So even though I only wore it today, I really love it. I find it's lightweight. You don't have a lot of fallout. It's really shiny and pretty. I'm trying so hard not to buy more of them. I just love bronzy colors so much. You know, I'm trying so hard not to get the Natasha Denona bronze palette and the face palette. Are you guys going to be getting them? Instead, I've been going through my collection trying to find some bronzy stuff. This highlighter is really, really bronzy. It's a classic from MAC, Whisper of Guilt. It's an oldie but a goodie. I really love this one. I need to use it up. And this is Sweet Heat from MAC. It's an extra dimension eyeshadow, but it doesn't go super pretty if you wet your brush, but it's a really nice eyeshadow. I like the new foiled one better, but the shades are pretty close. It has so many categories of eyeshadow: Volux, Pearl, Frost, Matte, Satin, Velvet, Deluxe, Luster, Foiled, Extra Dimension. I can't even keep track. This is one product I think is worth the money from Tom Ford. You have to be a little crazy. And this one's in the shade Naked Bronze. This is the Tom Ford Cream and Powder Eye Color. Of course, I was watching Samantha Ravindal. She just raved about it for so long. So the bottom floor is the cream, the top floor is the powder, and you just put the cream and then you put the powder on top, or you just, whatever you want to do. The cream alone is really pretty too. And it just has a little mirror on the top. These last so well no matter what the weather, and what I like is once they dry down, they don't transfer up. I really hate that. So here on the left is the cream, and then in the middle the powder, and then the both of them together. And these are not new at all. And this is the other one in the shade Reflection. Again, on the left the cream and then the powder and then the cream and powder. What is it about a new release when I know I have enough makeup and I don't need it, but it comes out, I see everyone else with it and I just want it. Another classic eyeshadow from MAC is Woodwinked, and it's a Volux Pearl. This is not my first Woodwinked, and I remember buying this one I think 15 or 20 years ago. It's bronzy. And of course by Nudestix, Hey Honey, the highlighter, but they call it an all-over face color. You can use this one on your eyelids, on your cheeks, on your lips, whatever you want. And inside the Divine Rose 1 palette, there are some bronzy shades that need to get used up. Okay, so I know I don't need this new line, but it's so pretty. So it's time for me to edit. I had to take this Hershey mouse out of my office because I would use it and I would just crave chocolate. This is from Hershey Park. We went with the kids so many years ago. I so miss traveling. I really want to go back there again. It was such a nice place to visit all over the US. Okay, so here's whiskey, and that means it's time for me to stop talking. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please stay safe. I love you guys. I'll see you in my next video. Bye for now.